Welcome to video number 2 on setting up your Grotto Slice account. In the second video, we're going to go through how to create your universal footer so that you can use it for any single email that you upload with Grotto Slice. So if you see here, we're in Klaviyo, and this is exactly what a template looks like from Grotto Slice. You see we have all of our images with all of the alt text and the link addresses directly in order for your email. So the only thing we have to do now is we see that the footer is a single image. It's not a footer with all your links. And rather than reslicing every single footer every single time, it's better to have a universal footer, right, to just drag on and place in your email so you don't have to redo all that work every single time. And so what we want to get to, a place is where we can just delete this image block, go to universal sections, and drag on a universal block. And now we have a ready to send email in Klaviyo. And so that's the goal we want to get to. But one caveat here is most brands or most agencies, they'll use a universal section with all their footer content. If you see here in Grotto Slice, in this template that we use, we cannot drag on a universal section. There's a limit with the API on the template that we build in Klaviyo. And so what we can do is create a universal block to drag on like you see here. But what you can't do is drag on a universal section. And again, a universal section is a collection of blocks that you save all together. And so we created a tool to transform any universal section into a direct block that can be used Grotto Slice templates. I'm going to show you the very easy process to transform any section to a block to save and use with Grotto Slice templates. Make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First, you want to open up Grotto Slice, go to login, and then navigate to the footer builder. This is the tool here. This is what you need to transform any section into an image. And we need two things here. I'll drag my face out of the way. We need two things. We need the source code of the footer, and then we need a screenshot of the footer. And then it'll generate the HTML code that we can save as a universal HTML block. And so I'm going to show you the quick way to do this. It's very simple. You don't need to know how to code. Let's see how to do this. We are back here in the template section in Klaviyo. What we want to do now is create a new template, and we're going to name it footer only. And the goal of this is to get only our footer content and save the content, the HTML of that content. And so right here, I'll delete everything that's not my footer. And I'll go to my universal section and drag on my existing footer that I have, my universal section. This is what most brands already use, or most agencies for brands. I'll delete everything other than just this. And as a reminder, if I edit this content, it's multiple sections here. It's multiple blocks. We have the logo at the top. We have a table full of different links and different images. We have our social icons. We have our text. You can even add unsubscribe links and manage preferences or any of the variables that you need to the section. But make sure that it's exactly how you want your footer to look like. And not just look like, but also function with all the link addresses and alt text, anything that you want here, or the footer that you already use on your emails. So I'll click save on that, and this is ready to go. This looks exactly how I want it to. So now we're gonna go and get this HTML code. So I'll click exit, and then in here in the templates, find the template that you just built, click the 3 dots, click export, and copy this code. We'll copy it. We'll navigate back to the footer builder, paste the code in step number 1, and then step number 2, we need a screenshot. So I'm going to navigate back, click on this footer, click the screenshot button. On Mac, that's Command-Shift-4. On Windows, you'll have to look up snip and snip this. We'll snip this, take a screenshot, navigate back, and then I'll upload that screenshot directly here and click Generate HTML Block. So it's a super simple process to create this HTML block. Right now the model is looking at the code, it's looking at the image, and it's creating a block that is very compatible with the templates that we build so that you have a single block, an HTML block that you can save as a universal block to use on and swap out with your footer image on any email that you upload. And again, this is the second step that you need. Once you have these 2 steps, you connect your account to Grotto Slice, then you build your footer as a second step, then you're ready to go, and then you can use our Grotto Slice our Grotto Slice Figma plugin to connect any single design to Klaviyo in one click. So as this is building, actually it already just got built, I'll copy that and then navigate back, and let's save this as a universal block. So I can open up the same template or any template. And what I'll do here is I'll create a new section just to drag an HTML block in. And then my HTML block is where I'll actually paste this code here, okay? And so I pasted this HTML code, and you see it's the same footer with the same functionality as the one above. And for this footer, I'm going to save it, save content, and save it as footer. And I'll even say Grotto Slice so we know it's the footer to use with Grotto Slice, and click create. Okay, now we have a block that we can use on any Grotto Slice email template. So as simple as that, that's how you use it and build your footer. And now you're ready to go and start creating emails and transforming any email design from Figma to Klaviyo in one click.